just 3 chapters. Woe to the adversary, woe to Babylon. My brothers and sisters in the Torah, in the gospel, alright, in our Father's holy words, holding well and holding strong and enduring. Alright, our main topic here as a video was like eliminated, maybe because I was going in and out, there's no telling, so I'm just gonna be blameless, and so be it. But just real short, real catchy. Just basically like how I was doing on so-called New Year's Eve, or on so-called Janus Day, rebuking the so-called falsehood, false belief, false tradition that so-called pagan. Book of Galatians, Amos 5 talks about that despises. But long story short, let me just make this real catchy. We supposed to be this is something that was part of my thoughts, and maybe hope for someone may share it or do a breakdown, a video or so, YouTube, wherever, or outdoors, and stuff. Bringing out this advice, a suggestion I want to bring out. Talk about bringing out how to tell those to start comparing spiritual things, spiritual things, towards worldly spiritual things, and it's a powerful topic. It's a powerful conception. Alright, nothing weird about what I just said. And think Ephesians 6:12. We wrestle not against flesh, we not wrestle against blood. We correct those, with higher power, with dark power, with dark principality, the ones that carry strong principality. Holy justice principality is the Most High's chosen children, and we're special. We're chosen according to Deuteronomy chapter 14, and Deuteronomy chapter 7 and 14. It's written in the New Testament. I think in the book of John, we are noticed as so-called gods. The nations are not gods, like the book of Jeremiah 2 mentioned of. I could really bring out the scriptures. I got arrows, So my main purpose, let things be said, and I'm going to bring out the first chapter, 1 Corinthians chapter 2, and we want to be careful of those in the world, because for they are spiritually discerned. Remember this, all power belongs to the Most High. Alright, so let that be said to someone, dark sorcery, to the government, under dark principality, under the title of the so-called God We Trust. That's why I had a powerful live, and I was bringing out some powerful messages that will cause someone of a higher power to keep their chin, basically feeling fragile or so, It's the truth. Truth hurts, and I should not be known as an enemy or a terrorist. What's wrong with hearing out the so-called word of the Most High, But if you want to resist, then hey, man, this goes out to those that feeling like, they too fancy and being a mighty man. If you was to take heed and have the truth, you will know that we should have no pharaoh to elect over this earth. Right now, this world is called spiritually Egypt, and Egypt is known as, interpreted as, defined as, classified as so-called house of bondage, man. All right, and during those ancient times, they had slaves, and those are so-called Israelites. Israelites were actually black people, weren't Africans. Africans, they built their own so-called palaces. So much palaces have been built around us throughout this earth. This usually was so-called, in the labor of a so-called black man, a woman or so, nurses, other nation children. And this is why the Most High wants us to come out of her. Revelation 18:4 mentioned about that. Be not dismayed. Let me not talk too much. I promise I said I was gonna make this live catchy, this video catchy here on Instagram. So just hear me out. I ain't just running my mouth. We should probably start speaking, on topics like these, talking about spirituality. But we want to know what type of spirituality, things that we're connected to. Is it in the biblical way or what? Because we gotta be careful. Some people are like, oh, I'm spiritual, or I feel supernatural. I got a gift, but guess what? That gift came from the Most High. Not randomly out of nowhere, or it's just randomly towards in you. Like it been installed in you. Come on. And do not let the devil distract you and think like the devil came up with so-called powers or so. Or you just, mystically ran out of nowhere. You just, you got fairy powers or something like that. Come on, man. Seeing X-Men, man. Alright, so just listen up, and and you want to be that Wolverine, you want to be that warrior, you want to be that spiritual warrior for the Most High. You want to be that weapon next, So like I said, Ephesians 6:12. Ephesians 6 is just, you want to read out. But in the main conclusion, The main thing, the Most High wants us to be fishers and hunters and get those to fish into the truth and tell those the main conclusion. If they really love the Creator, you gotta love the commandments. That's it. Get into this truth. So if it's a heathen want to be adapted, it could be no longer known as a heathen. They will know their nationality, nationality inside the so-called Bible, through spiritual connection. It's possible. Fasting, whatever. There's certain things that said what to do. So let me just bring out the 3 chapters I promise you guys. I'm not even disappointed for what happened to my live. To whoever was there, that's the best person, I think there was 2 men that was on my live, and I invited so many people, but I'm not blaming anyone, because maybe someone, who knows, those that I invited probably at work. So this is going to be a catchy live. This is going to be just straight scriptures being pushed out. That's it. So may those that's in the truth, in the faith, be not dismayed. All right. Very important. Foolishness is a sin too. I'm gonna bring that out one of these. I'm gonna bring that out later. I'm gonna read that out later. Give me a second. But again, to the letter of Paul, 1 Corinthians. Yes, Paul wrote the Corinthians. Paul wrote he was part of the gospel. Yep. Yes, indeed he was. So here you go. This is real short. And it's going to be verse 6 to 16. This in 1 Corinthians chapter 2. This is what the message in verse 13 I want to bring out, which is really a topic comparing spiritual things with spiritual. So and we already know what spiritual mean. It means just a connection, something sacred, a relationship that you're bound to. All right. So, and what I'm bound to is with the Most High and the Messiah. All right. So howbeit we speak wisdom among them that are perfect, yet not the wisdom of this world, nor are the princes of this world that come to nothing. But we speak the wisdom of the Most High in a mystery, even the hidden wisdom, which the Most High ordained before the world unto our glory, which none of the princes of this world knew. For had they known it, they would not have crucified the Most High of our glory. But as it is written, I have not seen, nor heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. But the Most High have revealed them unto us by his Spirit. How I got my name, Benjamin. For the Spirit searcheth all things, yea, the deep things of the Most High. For what man knoweth the things of a man, save the Spirit of man which is in him? Even so, the things of the Most High knoweth no man but the Spirit of the Most High. Now, we have received not the spirit of the world, but the Spirit which is of our power, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of our power, of our Most High, our Creator, our Maker, our Abba. Which things also we speak, not in the words which man wisdom teacheth, but which the Holy Spirit teaching, comparing spiritual things with spiritual. Precept for that, John 14, verse 26. But the natural man receiveth not the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them, because they are spiritually discerned, thirsty. Alright, but he that is spiritual judgeth all things in the way how the Most High wanted, and heal the matter and not to degrade. Yet he himself is judge of no man, for who have known the mind of the Most High? Alright, the works of the Most High, the instruction, the counsel of the Most High, that he may instruct him. But we have the mind of the Messiah too as well, which is love. His commandment, I think it's in Matthew 22. All right. So I just had to bring that out. And that's the wisdom of the Most High. And that's how you compare spiritual with spiritual, towards those you want to put someone on. The Most High have put you on. Prophets in this book, this record, I myself is putting someone on, on this live. So that was magnificent. I just had to bring that out. That was 1 Corinthians chapter 2, the main context, main message of the, I could say of the day for me, for my post, is 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 13. And this message right here can heal the world, because we all have some type of debate or whatever, so meeting or whatever world meeting, and we comparing spiritual with spiritual, then it's gonna be sorted out and held out, so that way someone could be a witness or whatever. So, and with that being said, things could be healed and things could get back into order. All right, so I'm not gonna hold this live up. If you want to know what to do, read Zechariah 8 and 16. Just remember that we're supposed to compare spiritual with spiritual. So I should just bring out two Psalms. Yeah, that's about it. This is to the blessed person, someone that knows their heart with the Most High, someone that has time to hear out this truth. I talk a little bit more about my situation on New Year's Eve. I want to talk a little bit more about my situation. I want to bring out the status I've been willing. I feel like right in the mind right now, because I got a lot of things on my own I got to take care of. And I'm a single man, all right? I'm not saying I don't got it that good. Now I'm getting it good. I'm getting the help that I need now. So all praise to the Most High. Most High ain't left me grumpy and everything, So, one of his bright blessings, and so is you out there. This is a message I want to bring out. Psalm 62. It said, truly my soul waited to the Most High. Hear out the Creator, hear out this message. And this was poured in my spirit. My conscience. Truly my soul waited upon the Most High. From him cometh my salvation. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be greatly moved. How long will ye imagine mischief against a man? Ye shall be slain, all of you. Will be troubled. Will be going through temptation. This is in the record of Psalm 62 of David, King David. Just in case you don't know, a bowling wall shall ye be, and as a tottering fence, for only consult to cast it down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. My soul wait thou only upon him, on the Most High, for my expectation is from him. He only is my rock and my salvation. He is my defense. I shall not be moved. In my power is my salvation, and my glory, my justice, my victory. The rock of my strength and my refuge is in the power of our Abba, our Holy Father. Trust in him, trust in his power. Allah, trust in his power at all times. Ye people, pour out your heart before him. The Most High is a refuge for us. Surely men of low degree are vanity, and men of high degree are a lie, to be laid in the balance. They are altogether lighter than vanity. Trust not in oppression, and become not vain in robbery. If riches increase, set not your heart upon them. The Most High has spoken once, twice have I heard this. It's very important. This for those that spiritually discern, those that thinking like power came from somewhere else. There's no such thing as the Creator, to non-believers. Hear this big message out, verse 11. It said, the Most High has spoken once, twice have I heard this, that power belong unto the Most High. All power belong to him. Let that be said. All right, case dismissed. Verse 12, also unto thee, O Most High, belongeth mercy, for thou rendert to every man according to his work. All right, so you that spirit that's connected. You don't want to be that spirit that's going to end up being disconnected like others in this world. A candle will be blown out. All right, I know what I'm talking about here. Someone know that scripture. All right, someone should be out at war, rebuking these pagan, destroying the pagan. I got something powerful to bring out, a message to bring out, but I'm going to put those on, because a lot of us is in training and been in training and even reading the words, and just remember Hebrews chapter 4 and 12, he even mentioned, said that his words are active, it's quick, very powerful, can destroy, can divide, can destroy so-called demons behind thee, and nothing could be against you. So Psalm 144, and I'm going to wrap this up in 5 minutes. Alright, so blessed be the Most High, my strength which teacheth my hands to war, right? Like I just mentioned it before, being training in my fingers to fight. This is your purpose in life, how he made, man, my goodness, my fortress, in his image, my high tower, my deliverer, my shield, right? Ephesians 6, like Ephesians 6, or what, 10 through 12. And that's a precept that sounds similar to this, all right? And he in whom I trust, you trust in that power, who subdued my people under me. The Most High was man that thou have taken knowledge of him. This is for Black, Latin, and Native Indians to hear out. Oh, or the Son of Man that thou makest account of him that have been taken advantage of. Man is like to vanity, all right? His days are as a shadow that passeth away. Bow thy heavens, O Most High, and descend down, touch the mountains, and they shall smoke. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot out thy arrows. Does that sound like Hebrews chapter 4 and 12? All right? Active, you see? And that's because he's demanding that. He can make that happen. He's the big papa in heaven. So, and destroy them. Send our hand from above. And he will be like that through his prophets too and his prophetess. All right? All right, so, rid me and deliver me out of great waters. He's going to, he's going to rescue you. He's going to be there for you. That's your power. The hand of strange children. You want to put someone onto that. He's going to be your power. Have faith, have hope, have love for him. Whose mouth speaketh vanity, and their right hand is a right hand of falsehood. Be careful of those. It's falsehood, it's wrong speeches, all that. You gotta be careful. Even those that have been smooth speeches, be careful. Or even look innocent. You want to really judge someone slowly and everything, and be very careful. All right. So you want to be wise as a dove, harmless as a dove and wise as a serpent. So I will sing a new song unto thee, right, unto the Most High, all right. This is to those that's in denial and deny themselves and trying well. This is to the just man upon a psaltery, right? You pleasing the Most High, right? And an instrument of 10 strings will I sing praises to thee. It is he that giveth salvation to the kings, all right? Who delivered David his servant. This is time of old. We had war back when Yasharala is to you Israelites, to you lost sheep out there, all right? Rid me and deliver me from the hand of the strange children. For these other nations messed up history today. Everything's polluted. All right? It's no telling what now or whatever so, but all we got is the truth and faith. All right? And faith is, and our faith should be like the size of a mustard seed. All right? We got work to do. All right? So we can bring down salvation. We can cast down heaven. Let's do this, Yasharala. So that our sons may be as plants growing up, right? All right, and there this is verse 12. I'm just going to verse 12. That our daughters may be as cornerstones, right? Polished after the similitude of a palace. After all the things we had done, all the slavery and everything, we don't even get that. We don't even got our land back. Meanwhile, we're being scattered and enslaved and being, used as prisoners and being sold, for a price. According to what Deuteronomy 28 mentioned of. This is why the so-called Most I have put out curses for us, according to what Deuteronomy 28 mentioned of. And he even tells us that, we all oppressed. It's oppression that's holding us back. That's our hurt, and this is why the Most I wants to come out of the so-called oppression so that we can understand, This is why I say he's going to, Most I said in John 14, I think 26, he said he's going to send a comforter. And you've been saying this in the records. Just believe in the comforter. If you believe in the word, you believe that it's active, you believe in these spiritual things do exist. Believe. All right. So verse 13, that our garners may be full, according to all manner of store, that our sheep may bring forth 1,000 and 10,000 our street. All right. That our oxen may be strong to labor, that there be no breaking in, no going out, that there be no complaining in our streets. Because we're going to be great in the truth. We keeping up with the Father Council. We're going to be all right. Up in our street, up in our hood, So happy is that people. Happy. The ones that are happy, they understand. Those that's grumpy, they still in the curses. They don't understand yet. They still stuck in misery, And that's why I had to learn too as well, So that is in such a case, yea, happy is that people who's the Most High is their power. It's their spirituality, After comparing spiritual with spiritual. So that was my topic today. I hope I done good and get to someone's attention. Hopefully, work could come to a peace or something. So government was to listen, the president of the United States was to listen, or whatever, or Europe. Hopefully I'll be heard and I can have a conversation. With that being said, I go back to Takialit, which means in Hebrew, trust in the power. My love to those. One love. Drink my soda. Cranberry. Yeah, with that being said, I'm gonna read something later on. I get the chance, so enjoy this. Live right here. Preparing spiritual things, very powerful. You can make a speech, whatever. Invite me to one of your lives. So it's not gonna be the first time talking about this. And one of these days, I'm gonna bring this out, and I could use this against birthdays, holidays. Oh, finally, you know. Anyways, you guys take care, be strong, and trust in the power. All right. Oh, shalom. All credit to the Creator, man. All credit to the Creator. All credit to Abba. Prepare for the Messiah and be at your discretion. Shalom.